Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. Today we're going to review and play Aira VR. Aira VR is a game by Raccoon Bytes on the Steam store that was released on January 31st, 2019 for the HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, and Windows Mixed Reality. It normally retails for $19.99. I got a free Steam key through the Steam Curator Connect program to review this game. Long story short, I'm going to give this game a neutral recommendation of 5 out of 10, meaning I found it to be rather mediocre, rather average, and to be honest, there are certain things I really enjoyed a lot about this game. This is an old school tower defense game with lots of turrets that do lots of different things, lots of toys to play with, handguns, bow and arrow, sniper rifle, all kinds of towers that, from a flamethrower to one that does multi-plasma rays, to those, heavy turrets, to the ones that fire missiles. So there's all kinds of turrets. You can even upgrade the turrets, and you can place them. There's the slow turret to slow them. There's some to take away some abilities. So there's lots and lots of turrets, and they unlock as you go along. So it seems like each wave unlocks something, whether it's a new weapon, a new turret, or a new enemy. There's always something new. So that was really exciting. What I really liked about this game, old school style tower defense game that's fun for what it is. However, it's just ugly all around. It just lacks that polish. Get ready to really heartily recommend this game. And it's not just the graphics. Obviously the graphics are dated, and you can tell that from watching my videos. Those are outdated graphics. Some of the textures are just very poor. It's not just the models, those enemy models that you see going towards you. Several things just have poor textures. Later on you'll see a cutscene from inside the ship, and you'll see some of the poor textures and just some of the poor animations. And you can see here, there's different towers, but they kind of all shoot almost the same. You can tell some differences, but they're not really big differences. And just some of the shapes and whatnot, they're just not very imaginative. And the hexagonals that you just stand on and you teleport to, the teleportation is clunky. You teleport, and I found it very clunky to teleport where I wanted to. It usually took me a few seconds to get to where I wanted to. That bow and arrow just lacks any kind of polish. It just doesn't feel good shooting this bow and arrow. I played lots of bow and arrow games in VR, and this is actually one of the worst bow and arrow weapons in VR, if I'm being honest. The handguns also feel poor. The sniper rifle doesn't... it's cool to look down the scope of the sniper rifle and snipe enemies from far away, but it just doesn't feel realistic. And it just lacks that immersion, especially when there's no reload or anything. You just have to wait like 2 seconds before you can shoot again with a sniper rifle. That's just bad game design there. It should have like a reload manual, so maybe the sniper rifle is slow because you have to reload after every shot. But no, this game just, you can pull the trigger and nothing will happen. You just gotta wait the 2 seconds or however long it takes to auto reload, which you can't even tell that's reloading. When you press trigger, it just doesn't shoot. That's how you know it's not working. Just poor quality all around as far as any kind of polish to the gameplay. Like I mentioned, teleportation feels clunky.
Hang in there.
The weapons that you use feel clunky. The turret placement doesn't seem to matter all that much. Don't get me wrong, there is like a synergy, so it does kind of matter putting turrets close to each other. So you obviously want to use a slow tower around the other towers that are causing damage. So in that sense it does matter, but as far as certain angles or certain placements matter more than others, it's very slight difference. For me it was hard to tell whether it made any difference or not where I placed them, other than there was a certain synergy of the towers working with each other. And obviously some enemies were immune from certain attacks, so you gotta place different kinds of towers and gotta use different weapons.
Attention, our facility is heavily damaged.
are Xbox era quality graphics.
Congratulations.
The UI is very rough around the edges. There are a few options. There's some sound options. There's some graphics options. I had mine on max. It was a 1060 GTX. And the game ran very smoothly for me, so there were no technical issues. The game ran smoothly. The game was easy to understand. And I really liked some of the strategy there was having to pick the right turrets to defeat the enemies, given what their strengths or weaknesses were. And that was all kind of fun. And what I really like is that even when you fail, you still get money from the enemies that you destroyed, so you can use more money on your next attempt. So failing here doesn't have big consequences because you're always going to get more money to help you improve. Even when you fail to retry that wave, you're going to have better defenses next time to help you defeat the wave. So I thought that was a nice touch, but just poor quality all around. Even though the core gameplay is really good and really well thought out, just the poor graphics, the clunky controls, the poor weapon handling, all just bring this experience down, which is sad because I could see the genesis of a really good game here. It just needs a lot more polish before it can be a really good game that I can heartily recommend. So for right now, I'm only giving a neutral recommendation. I think $19.99 is a little too steep given the current quality of the content, even though there is quite a bit of content here. Like I said, almost every wave unlocks something, whether it's a new enemy, a new weapon, something new to try out, and that's all very exciting. But if I'm being honest, it's just too clunky all around, and so I'm only giving a neutral recommendation. If you're a big tower defense game, especially the classic tower defense game, you'll probably enjoy this. Otherwise, I would say skip it.
The aliens attack
I'm
us
Fast
on
Lawyer.
We expect
Thank you for watching.
waves.
Have a wonderful day.
Please map out a defensive strategy at the
Goodbye.
holographic tactic table.